Welcome back to Pastry Maestra. I'm Teresa and today I'm making poppy seed Phyllo Strudel. It is amazing how many desserts are made with poppy seed all over Europe. For example, germnudel, which is a fluffy yeast dough dumpling filled with spiced plum jam, served with melted butter or vanilla sauce and a mix of poppy seeds and sugar on top. It is a culinary specialty of Austria and Bavaria. Or kutia, which is an essential dish at the Ukrainian Christmas Eve supper. The main ingredients used to make traditional kutia are wheat berries, poppy seeds and honey. Here in Croatia, we have a cake called makovnjača, a poppy seed roll made of yeast dough, and our neighbors in Slovenia enjoy their famous prekmurska gibanica, which is a layered dessert made of 10 layers of thin dough and filled with poppy seeds, walnuts, apples, raisins and quark fillings. Let's not forget monpilon, a dessert from Silesia. In Croatia we call it šleska, which is a region of Central Europe located mostly in Poland, with small parts in the Czech Republic and Germany. Monpilon is in fact bread pudding type dessert with poppy, dried mixed fruit soaked overnight in orange brandy and some chopped nuts, almonds or walnuts. And so on and so forth. Now, did you know that poppy seeds, those little black dots that like to hide between your teeth, are packed with minerals? Well, that's what I'm saying to myself whenever I take another bite of any of the desserts I make using poppy, like povitica or mini poppy seed bundt cake or raspberry and poppy seed tart. By the way, the links are in the description below. In fact, right now, at this very moment, I can feel an alarming mineral deficiency in my system, so I have to make some medicinal poppy seed Phyllo Strudel immediately. Join me! As usual, the recipe is on my site, the link is down below. The first thing I'm gonna do is make the poppy seed filling. I'm gonna combine ground poppy seeds, sugar, vanilla powder and freshly grated lemon zest into a large bowl and mix it with a whisk. I will add sour cream and 1 egg and mix until I get uniform mixture. I've put 1 phyllo sheet onto a piece of parchment paper and now I'll brush it with melted butter. Then I'll sprinkle some breadcrumbs on the top. I'm gonna put another phyllo sheet on top of the first one, then I'll brush it with butter and sprinkle some breadcrumbs on the top. I will repeat this process until I get 6 sheets of phyllo layered one on top of the other. If you have thinner phyllo, put 7 sheets, and if your phyllo is a bit thicker, put 6 sheets. This is the final sheet. Now I'm gonna transfer my poppy seed filling on top of the prepared phyllo. I'll spread it on top of 2/3 of the phyllo sheet, leaving 1/3 of the surface without the filling. I will fold about 2.5 centimeters, which is 1 inch of phyllo on each side, so the filling stays inside the strudel while it's baking. I'll brush the folded edges of the dough with melted butter. Next thing I'm gonna do is roll the dough. I've placed the strudel joint side down diagonally onto a paper-lined baking tray. I will brush the top of the strudel with some more melted butter. Then I'll bake it at 180 degrees centigrade, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 35 minutes until golden brown. My strudel is done, and now I'll dust it with powdered sugar and leave it to cool down a bit. Then I'll cut it into pieces and finally overcome that mineral deficiency I was telling you about in my intro. Not a minute too soon. Join me!
delicious and yummy, so good to eat. I wanna lick you, feel your sweetness on my lips. Forever and ever, you'll stay on my hips.
I'm Teresa. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course, visit my site, where you can find elaborate posts with lots of pictures, additional information and recipes that follow my every video. Also, on my site you can download my free 365 pages ebook The Pastry Chef and maybe buy me a macaron, if you think that I've earned it. Now, before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps a lot. Finally, and this is the most important thing, don't forget to create sweetness every day, because sweetness is happiness. See you in my next video. Bye!